So you only got 31,000.
I only got 31,000.
Oh.
I shouldn't say only. That doesn't sound very good, humble, right?
How much money did you put into that?
How much money? Nothing. And that's what I love about it. I acquired the real estate with no money, whereas in my previous real estate life for 1 year, I had to put $80,000 into repairs and worry about whether I'm going to get that money back.
Hey out there, everyone. This is Michael Matthew with the VIP Financial Education YouTube channel, where we talk about all things capital, credit, cash flow, moving you further, faster financially. We are in the dog studio down here in Jacksonville, Florida right now, guys. We are, once a month, we hold a formal corporate training where folks fly in from around the country. They are learning our system, learning our business model, getting access to our entire support squad, coaching team, all of the above. Kind of that A to Z concept. So we do in the studio today, we've got two future Hall of Famers, actually. We've got Tan Michelle and we've got David Hurd. Tan is our affiliate out of Atlanta, Georgia. David is out of Memphis, Tennessee, and they've both done a ton of deals with us, guys. They've been crushing it for months. They're in town for the training right now, so I thought, what could be a better opportunity than to bring them in here and kind of put them on the spot. So as we always do on this channel, nothing is scripted. So Tan, off camera, what kind of questions you're going to ask me? I'm not going to tell you, right? They're all going to be a surprise. So, guys, we love to bring the testimonials on here. We're going to drop another video. We're going to drop links below to the pink playlist. But while I've got y'all both in town, Tan, give us your backstory. You are the rock star.
I'm not sure about that, but I will try to do my best to live up to that image. So my name is Tanford Michelle. I come from Australia, and the last 2 years I joined Little Pink Houses of America. And before that, I was just not doing much, but I did get coaching in real estate investment just for 1 year. Did a whole heap of wholesales, buy, fix, and flips, buy, fix, and hold. And when I came to know Pink, where I deal with pretty houses and nice people, I was so besotted with it, I decided to become a partner and buy an affiliateship. So since then, 2019 till now is 2.5 years. And yes, I am in a very fortunate position where the first 2 years I worked very hard, the first year especially, and today, this week, we are now doing a permanent financing for our executive lease purchase buyer. So for those who don't know what it is we provide a platform for people who cannot get a mortgage right now, but they have the money to pay a mortgage and to do a lease. We actually take them on board, we do the vetting, and we give them the mortgage readiness program. We lead them on with the mortgage readiness program so they can own a house right now, and then when they get the financing sometime down the track in 12 months, when they become mortgage ready. And that's the stage where I am, which is so exciting.
So just to kind of dovetail off that, so Tan is in a great position right now where seeds she's planted over the last handful of months are starting to bear fruit. Now, a big part of our business model is that upfront instant gratification. Tan, I'm going to pin you down on some numbers here in a minute. I can promise you that. But in the meantime, guys, we are executing a business in a box. So this is, you're coming in, you're getting guidance, you're getting coaching, you're getting training and support. Tan is in a position now where she's done so many of these deals, and I like to give her a hard time, so it almost makes me blush to say how successful that she actually is, but you are. So what'd you do? You followed the blueprint, right?
I followed the blueprint, yes. You just have to be a good student. Follow the blueprint. There's always support around you with the coaches and the team that has over 100 years of experience in real estate investment. And you just have to be a good student and ask for help when you need it. Follow the blueprint and just work your way. And if you do your work, you can't fail even if you try. I know I've said this before, but I actually do mean it.
Okay, so let's talk some numbers here. So you're over 2 years in.
Yes, I'm over 2 years in, and we talk about the deal that I'm doing, that I'm closing today.
Yeah, let's talk about your last 3 deals.
I know this deal that was done 2 years ago. The families finally got permanent financing, and they're closing tomorrow. And the property is about $375,000. I got $28,000 up front, and when it closes tomorrow, I'll get another $3,000. So that was when I was a baby. I only got the upfront and the back, even though in our program there is 5 profit centers. But I was still a baby, so I didn't get all the profit centers.
So you only got 31,000.
I only got 31,000.
Oh.
Well, I shouldn't say only. That doesn't sound very good, humble, right?
How much money did you put into that?
How much money? Nothing. And that's what I love about it. I acquired the real estate with no money. Whereas in my previous real estate life for 1 year, I had to put $80,000 into repairs and worry about whether I'm going to get that money back.
But you put that money in and you saw how much out of it?
With the property that was on rental, not a lot until I sell it. And at the time, I didn't get much out of the rent either, because the rent pays for the mortgage.
You keep putting it right
You
back
keep
in.
putting right. Maybe when I sell it in 5 years' time, I might make $100,000, $200,000, maybe $150,000, but I don't know. So that is a risk that I don't want to continue taking, right? So I made that for my first deal, so that was excellent. But over the first year, I think I probably made about $80,000, which well and truly paid for all my costs.
Sure.
My second year was about $160,000. And this year it will be more than that, but I can't tell you right now because I'm in August and I've been playing around a little bit. I met my goals for the first 6 months, but the next 6 months is here right now.
So north of 200,000 though, safe to assume.
Easily.
Yep, $250,000.
$250,000, yes.
And you do this, how much time do you spend right now? And I know you're a hard worker, so I'm not trying to throw you under the bus.
Listen, to put in perspective, I don't put a lot of hours in because health-wise, I'm not in my prime, okay? But I'll tell you this right now that when I do work...
35 never looks so good.
Absolutely. I'm no more than 35, okay? So, but absolutely, when I do work, I power work. So I'm one of those serious people. When I work, I work. Okay, I don't waste time. I'm serious about it, and I act on it. I don't sit down and wait around with a cup of coffee after another. When am I going to act? So I'm one of those people. Yeah.
Got it. Thank you. Obviously, always appreciate your participation in this. So let's go to Mr. David Hurd here, Memphis. Give us your background.
Right,
So I met you, and you were in Dubai over the phone, correct?
Right, correct.
So we get a lot of military folks, a lot of IT folks, and we actually talked about that off camera today, that so many people that love kind of structure, right, in their world, they didn't necessarily seek out for that, out of high school. The last thing people want is structure, right? But we get a lot of either current, ex-military, a lot of IT where there's that definite structure in place and you're plugging yourself in. Do you mind kind of speaking to that? Was that what was appealing to Pink out of the gate, or was it just real estate or some combination of both?
Yeah, great question. Well, I've always loved real estate. We're going back a couple decades ago. I've been overseas as a contractor over in Dubai now for the last 7-8 years. Overseas total last 15 years, but about 25 years ago, I built a couple houses. I've done tons of renovation, flipped a couple houses. So I've always had a love for real estate. I tried different programs over the years. We're going back. I did the Carlton Sheets. Just different programs that are out there. But nothing really clicked.
And let me hit pause right there. So, guys, we always talk about on the channel, there's a lot of white noise. There's a lot of coaching out there, and we're never out there to throw anyone under the bus. But you have said, obviously, multiple times you've gone through coaching. What is different about what Pink brings to the table versus a 6-month or a 12-month coaching?
Yeah, great question. So I'm just searching on YouTube one day. I came across VIP. Okay, so of course I clicked subscribe, started watching their videos, and then one day Little Pink Houses came on. So I listened to the first one. It was with you and Matthew.
I'm sorry.
And I'm like, this is very interesting. So I couldn't wait for the second video to come out. The second one came out. Third one came out. By that third one, I was already hooked. By that time, I had already done my own research, and that's when I contacted you for the first time. And so without even meeting anyone physically, face to face, just a simple phone call and just researching the backstory on my own about some of the personalities involved in Little Pink Houses in general as a company, it's very evident that it's not like any other company out there, not like any other training that I've tried in the past. Everyone I spoke with at that time was very personable. Of course, after I spoke with you, Michael, I spoke with a couple affiliates. Everybody in the organization, right from the gate, has always been extremely helpful and just so welcoming and warm, friendly, and you don't always get that. So, you know, and it's the openness that I like. I like the willingness for those to help and to educate. So it was just a totally different comfort level from day one. So that's what initially got me. That my foot was already in the door.
Yeah.
That's what pushed me through the door the rest of it.
No, absolutely love that. So I put her on the spot for her last couple deals. Tell me your last two.
Okay, my last two are actually FSBO flips. One of the homes, the seller was he could go either way. He can go lease purchase. He would have loved to have had a lease purchase buyer, but he was open to a traditional buyer as well. He was wanting to move out of state quickly, and he didn't really want to deal with his home, you know, out of state if he could help it. But he did like the fact that he would make more with our lease purchase, okay, which most sellers do. But I started marketing, and just from the way we market, of course, we attract all kinds of buyers. But you know, because of the time, this was 6-7 months ago. Okay, so at that time the market had already pretty much shifted. It's, you know, sellers weren't really open to lease purchase. You know, so a lot of buyers came out of the woodwork that were traditional buyers. For this particular home, an agent found my Facebook ad listing. She contacted me and she said she's got a perfect buyer that loves the house, and so they actually ended up purchasing the house. They were a Navy couple. So yeah.
What'd you make?
That one was right at 10,000.
$10,000.
But you know, this is what, like Tom was saying earlier, it's, you know, we like FSBO Flip because it is easy.
Yeah.
There's no time effort hardly at all.
Yeah.
I mean, you do your initial marketing, but for the most part, especially if there's an agent involved,
Yeah.
the agent's going to do most of the work for you.
The heavy lifting is done by them. You made 10 grand, rinse and repeat, move on to the next deal.
That's
right.
it.
So
Yeah.
you have no issue making $10,000 on that.
I feel kind of bad to this day, but
Because what was the price range of the property?
that was 265.
Now imagine at 265, what would an agent get for
Yeah.
a 265? Will be probably about $6,000 or $7,000,
Six-
and we can do. Isn't it amazing that what we do, and we can do anything. We can sell it whichever the market wants us to sell it because we have that expertise, and that's so wonderful about it, right? And about the success. I mean, I love the fact that you love us, but isn't it an intertwining relationship we have because our success is their success. Their success is our success.
Right.
Yeah.
And that intertwining relationship is so rare to see. Most corporates have got their money. So you make it or you fail, they don't feel it, right? But these people, there is the heart and soul in it.
Yeah. And I know personally you've done multiple deals that are $10,000, $15,000, $20,000, correct? So
Actually, all my deals have been right around that base entry of 10,000.
Well, we need to have a talk. We need to raise your sights.
yeah, I'm actually very disappointed. No, all jokes aside. So guys, you know, we always preach a minimum of $10,000, obviously. We'll take those all day long. You know, singles and doubles, $10,000, get people into the Hall of Fame. I asked David the same question. I'm going to ask Tan as well. She's a little bit more shy, as you guys can obviously tell. So what are your last couple deals? Let's go ahead and add them up. I've got the calculator in front of me right
Well,
now.
the last two deals were both FSBO flips. One of them was 38,000, and the other one was 27,000. I didn't expect that. It was unusual, but that was how it happened to be because there were houses that was difficult for the realtors, and the realtors have tried it and couldn't make it work.
So between the two deals, yeah, $65,000 on those two. So a 38 and a 27, correct?
38 and 27.
And it cost you how much?
It
to
only
put them
cost
under
me
contract?
for one of the transaction. It cost me a transaction, a transaction loan that costed me $2,000, and then $1,500 for a legal fee. So that was $3,500 in all.
Got it. So just net, basically, I mean, you're still north of 60
Yes.
on those two deals?
Yes.
Oh.
And I'm very humbled
Are you
by
upset?
it. No, no, I'm very humbled by it because I didn't expect it. Come on, we don't expect it. If I could get 10, 15, 5, I'll grab it any day for a fistball flip, right? It just so happened that circumstances are, and we learn to articulate the best for all parties. In the end, nobody questions me how much I make or is unhappy because they're happy with what they're getting, you know.
Sure. Okay, so we're going to close with this today. So one of the things we love to do here on the channel is talk about, and I'm an advocate for the audience right now. So although I am an owner of Pink, we like to bring folks on. We like to talk about the good, the bad, the ugly. Who is this not for? Let's start with you, David. Who should not even consider getting involved in this?
Yeah, that's a great question. A lot of people like real estate, but if you're not a self-motivator, if you're someone who needs somebody to tell you, although it is a step-by-step plan, okay, but if you have to have somebody looking over your shoulder telling you what to do every moment of the way, that's probably not for you. It is a business in a box, like you guys say, but you've got to be self-motivated.
You got to be a business owner.
Right.
Yes.
You've got to have some level of dedication, pride in what you do, and you really do have to. The joke is that I don't like people. It is just a joke, okay? But you do have to like people, and you do want to do what's right for all parties involved in the deal.
Yeah.
That's the thing that attracts everybody is, this company really looks out for everybody.
I'm going to ask you the same question.
I totally agree with David. I kind of agree. I ditto everything he says, motivation and a business in a box. I know we talk about large sums of money like I have, and I want to put that in perspective that don't just
like
be...
I have. We talk about making a ton of money, which I've got a lot of.
Well, I don't want you to be fazed by it and say, I'm just going to do that because of this amount of money. No, because it does take a lot of learning, okay? So just like you're going to be good in anything, a master of your game, you got to invest in the time to learn, okay? And be a good student and be coachable. All right? So you can't just say, have a passion, desire with no action. It's not going to work. Your passion and desire has to go with being coachable, working hard, and that's why I say give yourself a year or two to become an expert. Now focus on the job, focus on wanting to do the right thing and to help others. The money will follow you.
And now I'm going to flip the coin. Who is it for? I'm going to start with you, Tonfin. So who are we looking for? And obviously you're an advanced coach at this point, liaison with the affiliates. Who do you want to see come into the fold? Who do you want to see come into the family? What personality are you looking for?
Yes. What I like to see is we don't mind if you are shy or you're not no real estate experience. In fact, we like that because we can mold you. You won't get confused with all the other things that's happened to your life before. We want you to be fresh. We want you to have a passion for helping other people. We want you to believe that in real estate and what we do and how we help other people. We want you to be open-minded. We want you to always be open-minded to learn, to be able to follow the script and to follow the blueprint, because that's the reason why we do this. There's a pattern. There's a roadmap to it. So if you want to veer all over the place because you think you know better, this is not for you. You've got to come in as a baby and say, I know nothing about this. I'm going to listen to the experts. Listen, by the time I came to them, I was 34 years old. So I think I know a lot, right? So in that 1 year, I paid attention, all right? So that I can learn as much as I can from the experts. We're talking about experts in this company here. So let's not be crass about it, okay? Not think that we already know. Just like you go to college to learn to be an engineer. You don't go in the first year and think you know everything, right? So give yourself the time. We want you with the right personality is somebody that wants to help other people. We can work with your shyness. We can work with your lack of knowledge. But you must be willing to work and to learn.
Perfect. David, same question.
What else is there to say? I mean, yeah, everything you just said, Ton. Yeah, I mean, who is this for? The bottom line is, you don't even really have to love real estate. Okay, it could be a widget. Okay, but you do, like you said, I'm just going to word it a little differently. You do have to love people. You do have to want to do the right thing. You do have to have the desire to, help someone who can't do something. In this case, it's buy a house, and you want to help the seller sell their house. Okay, and it's a win-win. Like we say, if it's not a win-win-win, it's not a deal.
Exactly.
And yeah, that's the bottom line. I would say the main thing, you can come in with zero experience at all. If you just have the willingness and the desire, that's all you need.
And I had zero experience because I came from Australia. I don't even know where the highways are. I still don't today. I rely on GPS, and I did the job. I could still do the job. So at the end of the day, when we think about this, at the end of the day, this is just, if you want to be a business person, it helps. If you are a deal junkie like me, it really helps. If you like money, that helps even more. But if you don't like it, you're going to get a lot of it because you're just doing the right thing.
Right, right. So last question, and then we're going to go ahead and wrap. We talk about coaching, support, and training up front. What's your experience been with that? I'll start with you, David. Has it been overwhelming, underwhelming, as advertised?
Okay, there's a lot to be said about coaching experience because actually my coach is on speed dial, okay, and honestly, I talk with Kyle so much. I'm surprised that you guys even let me in the building. Because no.
Well, for now, yeah. After the interview, I'm not sure.
But yeah, when it comes to the coaching, any kind of training, it's top notch. I mean, if I wanted to call Kyle at 10 o'clock at night because I had a question about an early morning deal, you know what? Kyle's going to be there. He's going to answer his phone. He's going to help me out. And it's like that for everybody in the company.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's second to none. It really is.
Well, we love hearing that. Obviously, pride is a powerful word, but when we come out of the gate with folks, we always preach that. You're never going to cry out for lack of support. Tan, experience been the same?
Yes.
And now you are a coach.
Yes.
At this
World
point.
class. Every time you call me, do I respond to you fast enough?
No, never fast enough.
Cut that one out. World class, not just with the experience, but the way they help you with your heart. They really want you to succeed. No question is too difficult, and they really want you to be there for you all the way. And that heart is priceless.
And something else too, it's not just the coaches, okay, or the corporate staff. When you come on board with Pink, out of all the affiliates, I don't know 90, however many affiliates we have now, there is, if you were to list the affiliate and their experiences, I mean, not just in real estate, we've got some amazing affiliates, okay, that are part of Pink. So, I'm in a small group right now. We've got
crosstalk, networking.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So we're learning from each other. It's not just learning from the coaches and the staff, but we're learning from each other because everybody is so professional, has so much experience. So you can be totally someone who's never done anything in business, but guess what? Half of our affiliates are business majors, or have businesses of their own.
Yeah.
So there's always somebody just to get as many answers or knowledge that you need.
Yeah, no, and I'm obviously a part of some of those groups, and it's just so cool to watch y'all become best friends, right? And y'all are from all different walks of life, all different, geographies of the country, and to see those community groups grow the way they have. And obviously we're doing our mastermind, so I'll see you back here in 2 weeks. And obviously Tan will be in town for that. We're out at the beach this time, right on the water. So the family atmosphere, guys, is why we do this. Now, making money, obviously we're a for-profit business. Profit's not a bad word. We're going to continue to do so, but when we can do it the right way, make money with the right folks that have the right values and core culture that really resonates with us, that's who we're looking for, just to dovetail off of what Tan said earlier. So, guys, we're going to go ahead and wrap it here today. I cannot thank Tanfen and I cannot thank David enough for joining us. We love to get these really just valuable testimonials on your behalf, guys. I can sit here and preach all day long as an owner about how great our business model is, right? That can fall on deaf ears very, very quickly. But when we get folks on here that are proof in the pudding, we always call it the shut up check, right? So, you're going to have these doubters in your life. Oh my gosh, I can't believe you're making that investment in the business. Can't believe you're going into real estate right now. When you deposit that first check, guys, there's something cathartic about that. We've got two prime examples right now of folks making money doing this model today, following our exact blueprint. One is in fact turned into our highest level coach at this point in liaison. And David, I think you're probably not too far behind that. So guys, if you're already interested, I mean, at this point, you've either eliminated yourself knowing this is not a great fit for you, or you're interested. So if you are interested, you want more information on the program, on the platform, on the business model itself, email pink@vipfinancialeducation.com. We're going to drop the link below. Again, that's pink@vipfinancialeducation.com. Guys, I handle these calls personally. I will be in touch with you in 24 to 48 hours, see if you're a good fit for us, we're a good fit for you, and we will make a determination until then. Obviously, we're going to encourage you to go out there and review all the videos. We're going to drop the playlist below. Most of the questions you're going to have are going to be answered before we even talk, but obviously I'm going to fill in the blank. So look forward to chatting. Guys, we always love having you on the channel. Drop that thumbs up below, ding that bell, subscribe. Thank you for joining us on the VIP Financial Education YouTube channel, where we help you go further, faster financially. Until next time, thanks for joining us. Make it a great day.
Some names and where you're from.
Bobby and Jenny Witten. We're from Knoxville, Tennessee.
What's your previous real estate experience?
So we've got some buy and hold properties. We currently have about 7 units, and we've been in real estate investing for about a year now.
Fantastic. After the last 4 days, what's the biggest takeaway?
Biggest takeaway from us is this is something you don't have to do alone. The staff here is incredible. They're supportive, they're knowledgeable, they're friendly, professional. We don't feel like we're doing this alone. We feel like we've got a team behind us, and that's going to make all the difference.